he said. And Easter erupted in her heart. Friends, that's how we recognize resurrection. That's how we recognize when it erupts in our lives, because it calls us out of the empty tomb and into new life. The risen Christ stands there and says, "Come out." Don't you get it? Death does not have the last word. You are worthy of life and love, worthy to receive and worthy to share. Come out. Does it sound like a dream? Some days it's easier to believe in the cold, hard stone of the tomb than in the power that rolled that stone away. But friends, I have seen it. Resurrection hope. In fact, once you train your eyes, it's hard to miss. I have seen resurrection hope erupting among those young men and women in South Central LA. Gang members of opposing gangs called off the streets by Father Boyle to work in a bakery. They stand shoulder to shoulder, kneading the dough and tossing the tortillas, and their tattooed arms are covered in flour and their faces are covered in hope, maybe for the first time in their lives. And you might say, well, Father Boyle, he saved them, but he'd say, no, we saved each other. They brought me back to myself. I have seen resurrection hope. Right down the street from that bakery lives a man named Ron. He calls himself a guerrilla gardener. And I have seen resurrection hope growing up in the gardens that he has planted all over the neighborhood, on tiny strips of land, on the median and in abandoned lots, miles and miles of edible greenery in a community where the only food you can buy is fast food. And where, Ron says, as many people are killed by the drive-thrus as the drive-bys. And so he teaches the children how to grow their own food. He teaches the community how to be self-sufficient. He raises up dignity right along with the collards and kale. I have seen resurrection hope. I have seen resurrection hope in an unemployment office in Madrid. In Madrid, Spain, on a morning in December. In that room, all plastic and concrete, is filled with people. Drawn out faces, folks looking worn out, just trying to get by in the face of financial hardship. And as they sit there, waiting, the sound of an oboe interrupts the buzz of voices. Doo-doo-doo-doo. And then another oboe joins first. And then a violin, and a bassoon, and then a voice begins to sing. Right there, in the middle of the unemployment office. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say, it's all right. And for just a few minutes, the worry lines, they disappear. They're replaced by smiles as everyone in that room joins in on the chorus. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say, it's all right. Sisters and brothers in Christ, resurrection moments emerge everywhere we look. Can you recognize them yet? Do you see the evidence? Christ in the bakery, Christ in the unemployment office, Christ in the garden, Christ in this room, Christ in our hearts. Resurrection hope is breaking out. So come out of tombs erected by abuse or despair, poverty or sickness, sorrow or self-doubt. Come out of tombs built by others or built by your own hands. Come out of homelessness, hunger, and hopelessness. Come out. Friends, you are worthy of love and life. The risen Christ is about to do a new thing, is creating a new heaven and a new earth, and we are all called to lend a hand. Come out so that we might love one another as Christ first loved us. And if you're still not sure, if you find moments where it's hard to take that first step, hear this. There is one waiting to lead us out. He has been in the tomb, so he knows how hard it can be. He will wait until our eyes adjust to the light. So take a deep breath. Reach out a hand. Hear the good news. Share the good news. Love is abroad. Easter is here. Christ is risen.